Pomi Casal Majore here in the beautiful Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Yes, in spite of the bad weather, the sun has risen because it's another day for this great sport of volleyball. And here in Manila, it has gained popularity all over the different corners of the Philippines, and all the people here inside the Mo Arena ready to support the home team. And indeed, each one is excited because right now, this is where PSL F2 Logistics stands. Chicory is here with Cha Cruz. And Cha, tough situation here for PSL F2 Logistics.
Yes, that's right. As you mentioned, this game will be very crucial for the PSL F2 Logistics because in order for us to move to the next round, we need to win this or tonight's match and also the game tomorrow for us to be able to advance. However, if we didn't get this game, we are going to have a very slim chance for us to go to the next round. However, we're still going to be having some classification match against from the bottom two of Pool B.
And for Pomi Casal Majore, they really have to win tonight to advance. However, Stephanie Niemer and the rest of the ladies in yellow would like to have this great opportunity to have a chance in the next round. Team captain Rachel Andakis said it, we have to play as a team. We have to play together.
That's right. And coming from the game the other day game, they are still very positive that they are gonna do better in tonight's game.
You've seen Chacha Santiago. We have our reinforcements, Kim Fajardo, all set to protect our turf here. In other words, partner, if we end up losing, we're gonna lose fighting. We will not just fold up. That is the promise of PSL F2 Logistics Manila.
And that's the true spirit of a Filipino athlete.
That's right.
We are not just after the skill, but we're also after how do we give ourselves and put our things or put the heart into it in this sport as we show the Filipino fans and all the world how we play as a national team.
However, Samantha Fabris and the rest of Pomi Casal Majore, they have other things in mind together with sweet-looking Lucia Bossetti. They want to advance to the next round. And as I mentioned earlier, we were in the air. If they won, then they end up risking advancing to the next round. Pomi Casal Majore have to get this one against PSL F2 Logistics Manila.
That's right. Not to mention, this Pomi Casal Majore team is a very diverse team. They have players from Italy, USA, Serbia, and Croatia. So they need to get this game in order for them to advance to the next round.
However, let's look at the yellow shirts. Very good lineup here for PSL F2 Logistics. We have reinforcements, but we love the local support as well. Kim Fajardo is there. You have Jen Reyes, of course, the captain, Rachel Andakis, Lindsay Stalzer. These are names that we will look out for. And Cha, let's visit the last game of PSL F2 Logistics. Yes, we lost in 3 sets, but we put up a good fight against Rexona.
That's right. Yeah, definitely we put up a good fight because looking at the attacks, we have the same number of attacks, meaning we're not that far behind from the game, but the Rexona has really dominated in the blocking section right there, 15-4. So we can see that there's a very big difference in that aspect.
Now let's take a quick visit in the team of Pomi Casal Majore, Italy. And I'm looking, oh my, they have 40-year-old players here, 30 years old. This is a veteran team.
And there's a lot of Olympian players in this team. So this is a very experienced team that we're going to be seeing right now. And looking from their previous match, they had 5 sets against Rexona, and this is a very crucial game for them also, that they had a similar number of attacks, almost the same number of attacks, but then they were able to pull it out. I think their advantage is they have a very good mental skills for them to be able to get that game.
More about this team after we listen to our arena partner.
Number 9, Lucia Bossetti. Number 10, Giulia Gibertini. Number Number 12, Anastasia Guerra. Number 13, Samantha Fabris. Number 15, Joanna Stefanovic. And number 18, Tamara Susi.
And now, here is the PSL F2 Logistics Manila. Starting with team captain number 13, Rachel Ann Jackis. And number 5, Yuri Fukuda. Number 1, Isaiah Butler. Number 3, Jaja Santiago. Number 4, Stephanie Niemer. Number 6, Mika Reyes. Number 7, Francis Molina. Number 8, Javelin Gonzaga. Number 9, Kim Fajardo. Number 10, Ekaterina Krivets. Number 11, Linda Morales. Number 12, Jen Reyes. Number 14, Evgenia Yukhalova. And number 15, Lindsay Stalzer. Good luck to both teams.
There you have it. The red, white, blue, and yellow flag of the Philippines. Thank you to our supporters who went here, and thank you as well to the supporters of POMI Casal Majore. This is match number 10, crucial for both squads. This is Pool A of our competition. This is your FIVB Women's Club World Championship 2016 here in Manila, Philippines. Chiqui Reyes with Jack Cruz, and we are excited. We are sitting at the edge of our seats because we've been entertained since the morning's game of our third day of competition.
And that's right. It's really exciting to watch this game, especially with the PSL F2 Logistics.
Here, number 36 from POMI Casal Majore. Number 4, Clara Pericek. Number 8, Lauren Chimea. Number 9, Lucia Bossetti. Number 13, Samantha Fabris. Number 15, Joanna Stefanovic. Number 16, Captain Valentina Tirozzi. And liberal with the number 5, Ima Siresi. Head coach from POMI Casal Majore, benvenuto, buonasera, Giovanni Caprara.
And now, Motivation, get up on your feet and show some love for your PSL F2 Logistics Manila. Starting with number 3, Jaja Santiago. Number 4, Stephanie Niemer. Number 9, Kim Fajardo. Number 11, Linda Morales. Number 14, Evgenia Yukhalova. Number 15, Lindsay Stalzer. Number 5, Yuri Fukuda. And of course, they are coached by Moro Branislav.
There you have it, Coach Moro Branislav and the rest of the PSL F2 Logistics Manila. It's Santiago, Niemer, Fukuda, Fajardo, Morales, Yukhalova, and Stalzer for the Philippines. And for Italy, it's Peric, Jibmeyer, Bossetti, Fabris, Stefanovic, Tirozzi, and Peric. Tough match for the ladies in yellow. Equally tough match for the ladies in pink. And here we go. What are your thoughts here, Jack Cruz? This is something for the books, at least for PSL F2 Logistics Manila.
Yes, on our side, the PSL F2 Logistics, it's really nice to anticipate the uh, the the addition of the reinforcement.
Oh, that's right.
But looking into the local players, we want to see more of their plays. How are they going to put up in this tonight's match, knowing that we're facing a very good team?
Now, to answer your question, number 14, Evgenia Nukalova, tried to hit that one and score a point for PSL. However, it's Pomi Casal Majore with the first point. Yellow shirts, back set, net defense, superb for the ladies in pink.
Maybe because this is also first set, first game jitters, we're still adjusting with each other, especially with the setter and spiker connection right there.
My question to you, Cha, we are going up against a taller team here. Yes, we have reinforcements. Yes, we have Lindsay Stalzer. Yes, we have Jaja Santiago. But if you put all the players together, I mean, obviously, the other side is taller. How do we attack that? But before that, it's 3-0. And we'll listen in.
Pass. Lindsay not middle blocking. Okay, having concentrate.
Here we go. What's up? Yes, sir. Filipinas!
Tough start here for PSLF2 Logistics Manila. Pomi Casal Majore quickly getting 3 points, and we are just a few minutes into the first set.
Yes, and to answer your question earlier, Chiki.
Yes.
If you're facing really tall players, you need to outsmart them. You're not going to be using all power and all, but you have to play wisely and smartly for you to get points.
Really finding those gaps, trying to see if there's a hole in the back.
Yes, that's right.
Because I noticed every time we try to put that ball right beyond the net, the taller players of Pomi Casal Majore are always there. Here we go. Ladies in pink, they're up 4-0. Soft touch into your point, Cha. Look at the taller players of Pomi Casal Majore. No need for power that time around.
But, yeah, coming from that out-of-system pass and then the set was number 9, Vasetti just placed the ball right into the zone 1 just to prove a point.
And that ultra-fast spike is presented to you by PLDT Home Volterra Plan 699. Ang pinakabot kayang internet na pang-pamilya. 5-0. Oh, great hit. And that's the first point of PSLF2 Logistics Manila. And we are celebrating each point that we score here, Cha.
I mentioned from the Pomi team, from last game, they used Carly Lloyd as a first setter, but tonight, they are using Clara Perich as their first setter, the starter of this match.
So a little change in the offense of the visiting team. And so far, so good for them, Cha. They're up by 5 points, 6-1. There we go. Serving for Pomi Casal Majore was Lucia Vasetti at the net. Pink shirts again. They go to the back and credit that point to the captain, Valentina Tirozzi.
Tirozzi is a very unusual outside spiker. Look at her, the elevation and the extension of the left hand. Take note, she's a lefty. So that's very unusual for the outside spiker because usually the outside, if you're a lefty, you're placed in the opposite side.
And I noticed, Cha, right before she hit that ball, she took a quick glance at what the defense threw at her before hitting that one. As F2 PSLF2 Logistics celebrates its second point. So going back to your to what you mentioned earlier, Cha, for those who just tuned in, how crucial is this game for PSLF2 Logistics Manila?
This is very crucial for us, for the PSLF Logistics Manila. In order for us to move to the next round, we need to win this game and the game tomorrow for advancing. Yes, it's going to be really tough, but we need to get that for us to hang on. in this tournament.
Oh, very tough indeed, as Chacha Santiago is all set to serve. But there's a challenge. Ball in or ball out. Pomi Casalmajore. They're still up by 4, or rather by 5, and we'll find out if PSL F2 Logistics has earned the 3rd point right after this challenge. And I love the music here inside the Mall of Asia Arena when there's a challenge.
You can really feel that everyone's waiting for the decision.
The
who's gonna
suspense
get the point. Yes,
is building
that's
up.
right.
Like a scene out of a horror movie. And we are waiting in suspense as well. The score stands at 7-2 in favor of Pomi Casalmajore. If you're wondering why everyone is looking up, they're looking at the big cube, waiting for the decision of our officials. And at this point in the competition, these challenges, are very important because this might spell the difference later on.
That's right. It could be that turning point of the game's winning match, or it could be a cause of your losing.
Oh,
Yes,
so
there was a
they
touch.
have a point. Now, explain to our viewers how they saw that. Upon the hit,
We saw that Jaja's left pinky move, so that's why it's really a touch. So they get the point. The Pomi gets the point for that challenge.
that's why, folks, crucial to our competition here, we have those cameras right at the net, very close to identify such challenges. Niemer going cross court, it's out, and that's another point for Pomi Casalmajore.
But that's a good thinking. It's just that a matter of execution. But looking to the blocker, she had to spike it with that angle for it to be able to went through the blockers. However, it just went too long.
9-2 is the score. Ladies in pink up by 7. Oh, great dig. Pomi on the attack, off the deflection. The ball is still alive. Free ball. Quick one there. And credit that point to Giovanna Stefanovic.
That's really what's going to happen if everything is consistent. You have a good pass, especially coming from a free ball, good pass, good set, good execution of for number 15, Stefanovic.
And that ultra-fast spike is presented to you by PLDT Home Ultera Plan 699. Pinakaabot kayang internet na pang-pamilya. We have a timeout by PSL F2 Logistics, Manila.
Possible. Every time important care for middle block. Okay, maybe after you will spike, okay. No, it's not impossible, maybe stay and see no trap. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go.
Okay, we are back here at Mall of Asia Arena for the continuing coverage of this match between PSL F2 Logistics Manila and Pomi Casalmajore, Italy. And so far, the ladies in yellow, even our reinforcements, are having a hard time here, Cha. They are down by 8 points.
Maybe we need to have a good pass in order for us to execute plays so that we can get more points in this early stage of the game.
I'll pick your brains further. You know, I'm looking at the hits of Pomi Casalmajore. They're so powerful, very timely, and I think we are getting caught with the expectation that the opponent will always hit it hard on our side of the fence. But before you react to that, another look here, ultra fast spike presented to you by PLDT Home Ultera Plan 699. Ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pamilya. I feel that we are not relaxed, not that relaxed yet.
We're in the stage that we need to keep up, especially with the attacks. Because as we can see, the setter of the Pomi is really having a good distribution of balls to the outside, to the middle blocker and the opposite. That's why it's becoming more unpredictable for the PSL F2 to read where the ball is going.
How crucial is the setter in this game, giving different looks, different players a chance to score. How crucial is that, chat, to the team?
Basically, if you have a setter who's very crafty or is very smart in giving those plays, as a blocker of your opponent, as an opponent blocker, it's going to be hard to read where the ball is going, especially if the team has a very good pass or first ball. So the distribution of the ball will be very, very, it's just going to be very.
It's various. It's,
Yes,
it's a
that's right.
variety of
I can't
distribution.
get the word.
I know, because I know you are at awe at how Pommy Casalmajori is playing. And you were describing it earlier in that slow-mo that we saw, that the setter is giving it in front, giving it to the back, combination plays, and it's working well for the ladies in pink. 13-3, chat. This is a 10-point lead for Pommy Casalmajori. And tough year for PSL F2 Logistics Manila because we have to have an answer. And it has to be now. Here we go. PSL F2 Logistics on the attack. Niemer. On the other side. Tirozzi. The ball is still alive. Another chance here for the ladies in pink. The back set, the hit. Oh, great big. Niemer again, and look at the net defense of Pommy Casalmajori.
It was a bit off the timing. In order for us to keep up with the game, I think there are two things. First is that we need to have a good pass.
Yes.
Earlier, I had a chance to talk to my teammates here in Grand Prix. It's Mika Reyes and Kim Fajardo, and they said that Coach Moro reiterated for them that they need to have a better pass. They need to improve on that passing department so that they can execute more plays.
Fajardo with a good pass there. That's a gift. That's a gift. Taken by Linda Morales.
And miscommunication from the Pommy Casalmajori side.
And to your point, Kim Fajardo had a nice first ball go to her. That's why the set was easy. We know Niemer to be a good hitter, but you have to applaud the defense of Pommy Casalmajori.
They are very, very aggressive on the net. That's why whenever Kim, we all know that Kim is a very good setter, even though she's very tricky in terms of setting. But the blockers of Pommy are very aggressive, that you always can see there are two blockers in each attackers from the other side.
Morales working hard at the net. Ball is still alive here. The back set, the off speed. Fajardo with the back set to Morales. Back to the ladies in pink. Oh, that time around. Great defense coming from Lindsay Stalzer.
Very, very nice block from Stalzer right there. She saw that the ball is just going there, especially if you're going to block a slide from the opponent side. You're not just going in front of the spiker, but you're going in front of the ball so that when the spiker will hit it on the slide, it's going to be just on top and you have to be sturdy as a blocker.
And I like the support that Linda Morales is showing. And look at this. There's an ace coming from the hard-hitting Steph Niemer.
Especially coming from Stephanie Niemer. She's one of the deadliest servers here or in Grand Prix. That's why she's getting more points in that department.
Another good serve by Niemer. Here comes PSL F2 Logistics Manila. Almost a point. Yes, that's the point for Lindsay Stalzer.
Yeah, I have to commend that. That's the advantage of a good server. If you're going to serve and they're gonna have an off pass, most likely you're gonna have a free good ball for you to set up the game.
We have a timeout by Pommy Casalmajori.
It's better if you use 2 and 0 because she's very strong, so you can serve Samantha or Valentina, okay? And after defense, don't forget, Vale always come to the defense roll shot. So if she defense, it's better always fast also against two blocks. Yeah. But if she don't defense, it's better Pai or Valentina.
Pommy Casalmajori, they were up here by as much as 10 points earlier, if I'm not mistaken. But there is this rally here, chap, by the PSL F2 Logistics Manila. Linda Morales, Lindsay Stalzer, they are leading the attack for the home team.
And whenever you see a teammate who's giving everything, like in every department, the whole, it's gonna be contagious.
Yes.
So everything will be pumped up, that you have to give your best in every aspect of volleyball.
Another great serve coming from PSL F2 Logistics Manila. Oh, setting up Lindsay Stalzer for another point.
That's a very nice angle from Stalzer, knowing that 15 of Pomi Stevanovic is just right in front of her. That's why he had to slide it to her side, going to the zone 4 of the opponent's side.
In that Ultra Fun family, rather, that Ultra Fast Spike is presented by PLD Home Ultra Plan 699, pinakabot kaya internet na pang pamilya. Pomi Casal Majori, they had to stop the bleeding. They had to stop the bleeding with that point. But I'm liking the spirit here of PSL F2 Logistics Manila.
They are very agile at this point. And coming into or facing this team, they need to have that energy.
I noticed that you had that emphasis on team the moment Linda Morales hit that ball.
You know, watching in this level, all their expertise is very, very high.
Ultra Fast Spike is presented by PLDT Home Ultra Plan 699, pinakabot kayang internet na pang pamilya. That was Linda Morales, and she's serving now for the yellow shirts. Sokach. And there's a whistle. I think Fajardo hit the net.
There's a call on Team Fajardo, a violation net.
$69 is the score. Giovanna Stefanovic serving for Pomi Casal Majore. Yellow shirts. Oh, that was a free ball. Chance here for the ladies in pink to score. Nope. Fajardo, quick one to Santiago. Oh, and that's a point for Santiago.
The local connections right there. You see that whenever we are having a free pass, first option of Team Fajardo is go to the middle blocker, the middle attacker, which is Jaja Santiago. And we all know that that's Jaja's specialty.
16-10. Back to PSL F2 Logistics Manila. They go to Stalzer. And that cross court had too much muscle behind the hit.
That's a nice intention though.
Yes.
That she's trying to get that spike into zone 4 because they have a really tall blocker.
And you have to change the direction. You mentioned that against a tall blocker, you don't go straight to the heart of the defense. 7-point lead for Pomi Casal Majore. It's down to 6 as Stalzer scores again. Lindsay Stalzer is very active here in the first set.
You can see that she's performing in the left side and also in the right side. Not to mention, she played for club team here in the Philippines, not just an outside spiker, but also she used to play as an opposite. So wherever she's going to be placed, you know she's going to deliver.
Oh, Gonzaga with a hard hit. Great defense coming from Pomi Casal Majore. Action continues. Fajardo goes to Chacha. Chacha scores! To the delight of the home team crowd. The lead is down to 5.
And it's nice that you can see they are having that connection whenever they get that ball, that transition ball. That first ball is going to go right into the middle attacker.
So your thoughts earlier of us stealing this game from the visiting team, it's not impossible with what we're seeing now, Chap.
Especially volleyball, in this game, the ball is round, everything can happen.
Back to the yellow shirts. I like the defense of both teams here. Niemer. The block, but that ball went out, and the point will go to the yellow shirts.
That's a very good strategy. If you have ball blockers in front of you, you're just going to use their hands to hit it off them to get a point.
Look at how hard Stephanie Niemer hit that ball She even lost her balance there. But at this point, Niemer will take anything just to get a point.
That's volleyball. You will do everything and anything just to save and get a point.
That's why you have that moniker of Miss Everything. Yeah, anyway, going back to the game, I had to insert that. I simply had to.
Of course, you have to.
Pomi Casal Maggiore up by 5, 18-13 is our score. As we have number 9, Lucia Bossetti. Quick one there, or combination rather. The back set, great ball defense. Niemer, the ball is still alive. Back to Niemer. Oh, great dig. Tirozzi just throwing it to the back. Fajardo to Santiago, another point for Jaja.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the third time during transition that Kim Fajardo gave the ball directly to Jaja. If it's working, you just have to continue it. That's volleyball. Easy as that. If you see something or if you know that something is working, why not? Just continue that.
You know, the resiliency of the locals of the PSLF2 Logistics Manila, it's rubbing off even to the reinforcements. That's an ace. And this is the closest we have gotten against Pomi Casal Maggiore.
Against a European champion team. So if we're going this, we're really going to be pumped up.
The lead is down to 3. We have a timeout by Pomi Casal Maggiore.
Sulle palle super andiamo forte lungo, sulle palle alte aspettiamo di più. Terzo, con queste qua bisogna sempre stare molto attenti all'impostazione del muro di palla alta perché la palla balla, per cui con la palla staccata molto più sulla diagonale e aspettiamo moltissimo. Okay?
Dai, noi difende!
18-15 in set number 1, Linda Morales, Kim Fajardo, and the rest of the PSLF2 Logistics Manila. They are putting up a fight here against Lauren, Jim Mayer. Jovelyn Gonzaga is trying to pick up the pace with those timely hits. And the yellow shirts only down by 3. Back to live action here. Tirozzi. Great net defense. Niemer. And Niemer will score again for PSLF2 Logistics Manila.
Niemer trying to get all that spike off the block. You know, and I also have to mention this one. The energy of the fans here in the arena is really overwhelming. I think that's also an advantage for the Philippines as a home court playing against a guest team.
And I guess our guests from Italy are a bit surprised at how the crowd support is helping the home team.
You cannot underestimate the power of the supporters of Filipinos, especially in volleyball.
Oh yes, the crowd. 15-16 in favor of the ladies in pink. Gonzaga. Powerful hit. 3 ball. Another chance here. Combination. Niemer. Zone 1 is open. Oh yeah.
You can see that C-set is going to that outside really, really good. That leaves her one blocker. Look at that. It's almost open block. And if you only have one blocker as a spiker, that's almost a sure shot.
And I like the demeanor, the faces of the ladies in yellow. They are more relaxed than how they started this first set. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! No, that's a big problem there.
But I have to agree with you that they are more enjoying this game.
But you cannot sleep on Samantha Fabris, number 13 of Pomi Casal Maggiore. In the last game, she top scored with 24 points.
Not to mention, from the recent Italian league, she is the best scorer.
2017, Niemer again, the favorite recipient. Why not? Why do you have to fix something that is not broken? You go to Niemer.
At this point, we can see the setter and attacker connection. From the previous games, Coach Moro had mentioned that they only had 25 days of training together, knowing that these reinforcements from the Philippines are playing for different club teams. So they had a hard time, training and putting it together. But now we can see that they are more having chemistry inside the court.
The killer serve of Stephanie Niemer. That time around went out of bounds. That's a free point for Pommy Casal Maggiore, their 21st. Fajardo with the back set. Back to the ladies in pink. Fajardo once more, going to Stalzer. Oh, look at the gift taken by Linda Morales.
You always want to take advantage if someone gives you a gift.
The spirit of giving is in the air. Don't forget that. Christmas is just around the corner.
That's right.
Any gift is welcome. But, oh, so that point will not go yet to PSL F2 Logistics Manila. There's a challenge here on the net fault. And the challenge was raised by PSL F2 Logistics Manila. Oh, I think the wrist
Of Linda
Morales did hit.
So the point goes to Pommy Casal Maggiore.
And that's the reason why they really pull that net, because any contact on that net,
Is really visible.
very visible indeed. I like your term there, visible. It's an ace here from Tirozzi, the captain, Valentina Tirozzi, who in the last game scored 13 points against Rexona. The backside by Fajardo. Timely defense coming from number 9. That was Lucia Bossetti. Set point here, chat. So whatever rally the ladies in yellow put up, it's now being challenged by Pommy Casal Maggiore. Oh, great set. Great hit. However, that one sailed out.
So she was doing really good in the serving department. She had been having a different target for the servers. That's why the Philippines has had some shaky transition for that.
But after the set one, chat, whether they take it or not, it's something good that they can bring to set number 2 because the confidence has increased.
And they can prove themselves that, we are not that far away from them. So that's why this is a confidence booster already for us.
Set number 1 is over. 25-19 is our score. Pommy Casal Maggiore from Italy. They have taken set number 1, winning it by 6 points, but not after being challenged by PSL F2 Logistics Manila. Set 1 is over. We are going to prepare for set number 2. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Back here at Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Of course, look at that timely execution coming from Pommy Casal Maggiore. These are highlights of the first set. Yes, it was a good start for the visiting team, but after a few points, the home team of PSL F2 Logistics Manila, they tried clawing their way back, trying to steal set number 1. However, towards the end, it was just too much power for Pommy Casal Maggiore.
That's right. In the first set, we know or we saw that there's a big difference of score. So I think somehow or unconsciously, Pomi, Casal Majore a bit relaxed. That's why PSL F2 Logistics had to take advantage of that. But in terms of attacks, we see that there's just two difference. But the errors, however, we gave a lot of unforced errors or free points, 6 free points to Pomi. That's why they were able to get that set. The Pomi were able to get that set.
And the yellow shirts even lorded it over in the attacks department. But to your point, like a parrot here, the errors, that did it for the yellow shirts.
That's really important. Even if, yes, that's right. Even if you have a lot of attacks, even if you have a lot of blocks, it all boils down if you're with the errors. If you have a lot of errors or too much points or free points that you're giving away, it could cost you that set. So you can lose that set even if you're advanced or more, you have more attacks.
And the thing is, those errors of PSL F2 Logistics Manila came in the earlier stages of set 1 when they were trying to find their groove. They're trying to find their game. But after getting their bearings back, they were able to catch up. Your thoughts, Cha? I think we were able to show Pomi Casal Majore that we can compete or that they can compete.
Yes, in terms of attacking or in terms of blocking, yes, we are there already. But I think the experience of Pomi Casal Majore stood up. They are the European champions, so they are more exposed in international games like these. So in terms of pressure, we saw that they still control the game.
Samantha Fabris, number 13, with that hit, she was so confident about the check ball because initially the point was given to PSL F2 Logistics Manila. She was so confident that it was a check ball that immediately after the whistle, she signaled for a challenge. And it's a successful challenge, I believe, coming from what we saw. And it's 2 points already for Pomi Casal Majore.
And as a hitter, coming from my experience, if you're going to attack or if you're going to hit a ball, you're mostly gonna know if the opponent blockers is going to touch
the ball, that's right.
You have that feeling. That's why sometimes the coach is asking that player or whoever that player attacked the ball if you're really confident that if that player touched the ball or if you're confident that you're gonna challenge that, you have to call that.
Go ahead.
Otherwise, the coach will trust you. Also, if you're not that confident, he's not gonna call it.
And the thing is, to your point, correct me if I'm wrong, you're the closest. You're the player who hit it. You're the closest to the action.
So you have that very straight feeling.
Yes.
How did it go?
Now, Cha, this is sort of a repeat of set number 1, wherein Pomi Casal Majore went to a 3-0 lead. Something that the yellow shirts don't like to happen again.
In order for us to keep up with the game, we need to have a stable pass. That's why they were able to have that good execution of spike from Elijah Santiago.
Jaja Santiago off the deflection. That ultra fast spike was presented to you by PLDT Homo Terapan 699. Ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pang pamilya. It's 1 serving 3. Lindsay Stalzer, one of the vets in PSL F2 Logistics Manila. The back set. Wait for defense by Fajardo. Oh, net defense. Superb. However, that ball sails out, and that's the 4th point of Pomi Casal Majore.
There was too much power in that hit. That's why even the blockers are already there. It will bounce off the court.
Lauren Jibmayer. They're up by 3, talking about the ladies in pink. Niemer going to the corner. And so far, Stephanie Niemer has been the thorn on the side of Pomi Casal Majore.
He's a very good outside hitter for PSL F2. And you know, one indication of a very good outside hitter, even if the pass is out of system or misreceived, and the ball is thrown to your position, you have to be able to convert that into a point. Just like Niemer, she's almost confident. She's always, yeah, she can always get that. So that's why she's a very good outside hitter.
And the confidence of Niemer is rubbing off to Linda Morales, scoring another point for PSLF Logistics Manila. Another look, another angle, superb set by Fajardo. Timely hit by Morales. Ultra fast spike presented to you by PLDT Modena Plan 699. Ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pang pamilya. 3 serving 4. Good serve by Santiago. Combination off speed. Santiago will set. Niemer will hit. Back to the pink shirts. The back set, the soft touch. And smart play coming from Samantha Fabris.
Coming from the best scorer, she's having that variation of strong hits or tip or rolling shot. That's why she's very effective in that position.
And not only that, she also plays defense. That's the tough part about Samantha Fabris. Age 24 years old. Very young. Almost an ace. Stalzer. Pink shirts again. They go to the corner. It's out. And no point will be credited to Giovanna Stefanovic. I like the start of set 2 for the ladies in yellow. They're only down by 1.
And this is the set. This is the rotation also from the first set that when PSL FT Logistics had the most points because the setter is in front. Whenever you have the setter in front and you have 3 hitters on our side or in the PSL side, you want to take advantage of that because there are only 2 hitters on the other side, which means yeah, they're gonna have a less chance in attacking in front.
Niemer. Fajardo will go back to Niemer. To the back, great dig. It's going to be a free ball, a chance here for PSLF Logistics Manila to score. They go to Morales. And great timing on defense by Lucia Posetti.
Kim Fajardo was saying sorry to the coach and also to Linda because he knew that when he set the ball, it was a bit low. That's why Linda tried to do something about it, but it's really low that the opponent blockers had to reach it and block it off and back to the court.
It's hard to do something about the set if you're running already while your defense is squared for the block. And that's what happened earlier.
And miscommunication again on the running side.
Now, the lead has gone up to 4 for Pomi Casal Majore, but I still like the demeanor here of Kim Fajardo, still smiling, because I believe that she's doing a good job here in this game.
You know, Kim Fajardo, as a teammate, she's a corrective setter. So whenever something wrong happens, she's gonna do it again just to prove a point or to give you confidence that, hey, you can do it, you can make this right again. And from that on, you're gonna get your confidence back.
So we're having some confusion here on the substitution. Bunlert will not yet come in. Fajardo will remain inside the court. Pichaya will have to go back out. So this is 8 serving 4. Serving is the captain, Valentina Tirozzi. Niemer trying to save that one. Fukuda with a good save. Meantime, pink shirts. That's a miss set. And that's a point for PSLF Logistics.
I think number 9, Bosetti, is expecting a fast C set. However, number 4, Lara, is able to push it wide off to the outside or to the left side. That's why they weren't able to get that on point.
Hiric not really setting that one up for Bosetti, and it also happens in the bench teams, you know, the miscommunication. It's 5 serving 8. Niemer again, look at that powerful serve. However, it failed to go beyond the net. A lot of spin there on the serve of Niemer.
As I mentioned earlier, she's one of the deadliest servers in Grand country here in the Philippines. That's why she's really having a good
And
point for that.
and I know why you're saying that, because you received that so many times from Stephanie Niemer.
Yes, many times. Have to say that many times.
10-5 is the score. 5-point lead for the visiting team, and we have a timeout by PSL F2 Logistics Manila.
3 mistakes service and 3 not good. Direct, maybe not service, not enforceable play for this team. Please concentrate for direction. I understand maybe little mistake and out, maybe 20 centimeters.
You're looking at the captain of Pomi Casal Maggiore, Valentina Tirozzi. And on the other side, just like in prayer, Chacha Santiago, Stephanie Niemer. The plays are being called. They know the importance of this game. Linda Morales, that's the game face that they need. So far in this match, it's 10-5 in favor of Pomi Casal Maggiore. Fajardo goes out. Let's see this change in the lineup of the players inside. Stalzer overcooking that hit.
I think that's a very good setup from the server itself, number 15, Stefanovic. So if you have a very strong serve and she's doing what she's doing right now, a jump float, and so that the opponents will have a hard time receiving it. That's why you really have to take advantage of that facet of or department in volleyball.
This is why I like partnering with you. You have this eye for the future. You saw that ace coming in from Stefanovic, Giovanna Stefanovic. 12-5 Chap, 7-point lead for Pomi. Off the deflection, credit that point to Yevgenia Nukalova. Not really a loud night here for Nukalova, because so far it's Niemer doing all the damage together with Morales for PSL F2 Logistics.
But we can say that she's also a silent killer. Even though that it's not that big bang of a score, you know that she's gonna deliver smartly, or in terms of, or you know that she's gonna place it smartly in the opponent's side.
The timely hits, agree with you, I agree with you. Zone 6 at the back was open. And this creates a bigger gap between Pomi Casal Maggiore and PSL F2 Logistics. It's now 7 points in between the two squads. So slowly but surely, the pink shirts are creating this big space. Peric with a serve. Quick set there. Stalzer. Oh, great hit. Although it was a good dive coming from Sirezzi, that point will go to Lindsay Stalzer.
Very powerful hit by Stalzer, looking to the daylight.
And that puts a fast spike coming right up here. Or rather, that's right. Presented to you by PLDT Home Volterra Plan 699, pinakabot kayang internet na pang pamilya. Stalzer with the point. 7 serving 13. Tichaya was the one who served. Great net defense by Stalzer. However, the ball went out.
Good read by Stalzer. He knew that it was a bit off speed, but however, the ball went out.
The timing was there.
The timing was there. The intention is there.
7-point lead for the ladies in pink. They'll try again. They go to the captain, Tirozzi. Great dig by Jen Reyes. One more time, great net defense by Santiago and Stalzer. Great dig by Reyes. But, no, wait. That point will go to Pomi Casal Maggiore.
Because they're asking for a net violation on Stalzer.
And Coach Moro is a little bit surprised. Okay. Quick one to Santiago. Great floor defense being shown by Pommy Casal Majori. And I like the demeanor here of the captain, Valentina Tirozzi, making sure that they get that point. 16-7, big lead by Pommy Casal Majori, but we have a timeout here by PSL F2 Logistics Manila.
Center give ball for this and this. Jump and coming this. Okay.
Hey, we're gonna find our way back out.
Okay. Hello.
1 point at a time. Enjoy, enjoy. Yes. Hey, go,
Coach Moro, Branislav, and the rest of the PSL F2 Logistics Manila, they're down here by 9 points. Jaja Santiago, Jenna Reyes, they're trying to put up a good fight against Lauren Jim Mayer and the rest of Pommy Casal Majori. Sha, your thoughts about set number 2? Yes, the yellow shirts are fighting, but it seems that Pommy Casal Majori, they have increased the intensity of the way they play.
Especially in the blocking department. I can see that Pommy Casal Majori is very aggressive in terms of blocking. They can read very well where the set is going. You can see that there's always two blockers blocking the attackers of the F2 Logistics, and also they are really having a good serving skills right now, because they are getting that. If you know that you're a good server, or a team is a very good server, you have to take advantage of that.
And if you are on the side of PSL F2 Logistics Manila, as they've earned another point courtesy of Nukalova, how do you make these adjustments? Your opinion, because I believe the pink shirts have adjusted already. What would be, for your on your opinion, the adjustments of PSL F2 Logistics?
So the F2 Logistics needs to go back. They have to be stronger in terms of passing.
Passing.
Because we are out of, we are always left with the outside or the wing spikers or attackers. But we need to get the middle attackers get going for us to get points. Remember in first set,
yes,
we during transition, Team Fajardo gave more than 2 or 3 sets to Jaja, to Santiago. That's why we got more points.
So you're saying it's the middle. We have to, they have to find more options in the middle. Okay, we'll see if they will do that. And how often do you see the captain Tirozzi make a mistake at the net uncontested? Very rare. But for PSL F2 Logistics, they will take any point. 18-10, Cha. The lead is 8 for the pink shirts. Almost an ace. Here comes PSL. Uh-oh. Niemer. Pichaya with a back set. And it backfired. That's another point for Pommy Casal Majori.
Good read by the Pommy blockers, especially number 16, Tirozzi. You know, she's been giving a lot of addition or giving more execution in terms of blocking. In that department, she's been very good.
19-10. That's a service error coming from Pommy Casal Majori. That will be against Lauren Jim Mayer. And that will be the 11th point of PSL F2 Logistics. Jaja Santiago on deck to serve here. It'll be 11 serving 19. But there's a challenge. Whether it's ball in or ball out from Pommy Casal Majori, and if this goes their way, then it will stop whatever momentum PSL F2 Logistics is trying to build. Here we go. Oh, clearly. It's by a mile.
But of course, you can always take that risk especially if you know that a game or a situation is very crucial. You want to take a risk of getting that challenge out.
That's why it's there, right? And sometimes teams use that to stop the momentum of the other side.
I agree.
Quick one. The execution is almost perfect. Number 15, Jovana Stefanovic.
I like how number 15, Stefanovic, makes it look so easy with her height, with that jump, and with that spike. See that it feels like volleyball is very easy.
And then she will smile after. That makes it a whole lot easier for them. That one is also out. So 2 service error in the past 3 plays coming from Pomi Casalmaggiore.
And for the BSL side, you have to bank on those small errors because we're getting that as a point.
But
you know, as a leader of the team, you always have to stop that bleeding. You always want to deliver for your team.
And for the Pomi Casalmaggiore team, best player to stop the bleeding or to stop the rally of PSLF Logistics is the captain. However, the captain with a service error.
That's another enforced error giving to PSLF Logistics.
13 serving 21, it's Stephanie Niemer. On deck to serve for PSLF Logistics. Power serve. Great anticipation from PSLF Logistics. Back to the pink shirts. They'll try again. The back set open was zone 5. And that's another point for Jovana Stefanovic.
For the Rio silver medalist right there, that's always a sure shot, especially if it's the slide. For a middle blocker or for the middle spiker, that's always going to be your specialty, especially if the setter is in front. You want to have a separation in terms of attacking. You want to have, especially in attacking, there's a attacking side on the left side and also on the right side so that you will trick the blockers from the opponent's side.
9-point lead here for Pomi Casalmaggiore. It's 22-13.
You can see right now on the yellow side, we have more local players coming in.
So Coach Moro trying to, I guess, find different combinations as well, giving minutes playing time to the other players.
And also that,
Go ahead.
Also that confusion of maybe the previous players who have been playing inside already are very well read by the Pomi Casalmaggiore. That's why they're bringing in new players so that it's going to be more unpredictable for them to read, especially if they are blocking them.
I like your point. It's to throw off the opponents. Because you're right, we're playing every day. This competition is until October 23.
And I'm sure there's a lot of time after the game to review how the players are performing before they have to fight against each other.
So the captain, Rachel Andakis, had to step out. I think there was an error in the substitution number. But you know Rachel Andakis, she will help in whatever capacity is given her.
If you can't help inside the court, you're going to help outside in boosting the morale of your teammates.
Siya, in the latter part of set number 2, that's the 3rd service error I have counted for Pomi Casalmaggiore.
If I'm not mistaken, 3rd or 4th.
3rd or 4th.
3 points for F2 Logistics.
Mika Reyes, it's 14, serving 23. They go to the back. Quick one to Santiago.
That's what we've been looking for. Good setup from the center to the middle attacker, especially Jaja Santiago. With that height.
Now, that was a hard hit. We didn't see, I think Ima Siretsi got hit there. Of course, it wasn't intentional on the part of Jaja Santiago. Tichaya Great second ball here. Great hit by Jaja. And, oh, that was a hard hit on Siretsi.
But you know, that's always part of the game.
It is part of the
You
game.
can use every or any part of your body just to save that ball. And for Libero, she's very courageous that she's there already. Because if it's open block, you don't want to get into the front row of the court.
But I could just imagine how hard.
I can see your face
Have you
right
ever
now.
been hit on the face, Cha?
Yes, it was really, really hard. That there's gonna be a moment that there's a tingling feeling or
Tingling
there's
sensation.
a sensation that for a moment, for about 3 seconds, that you're gonna feel numb.
And it didn't change the beauty of your face. That was the setup there. 24-15. Make that 25-15. As Samantha Fabris ends set 2 with that authoritative hit. Siretsi is okay. Fabris went on to check her. It's a 10-point win in set number 2 for Pommy Casal Majori. We'll be right back. Highlights of set number 2. It was pretty much like set number 1. It was a good start for Pommy Casal Majori, going to a 3-0 lead before Jaja Santiago scores the first point, or scored the first point of PSLF Logistics Manila. But for the duration of set number 2, people like Samantha Fabris, people like Tirozzi, they're the reason why they are up 2-0.
Very good attackers. They have good variation in terms of killing the ball. It's not just all power. They tip it off, they roll it, they use the blockers. They see those holes or gaps of the blockers. That's why they are very efficient in every row or in every area of the net.
And so far, so good for the ladies in pink. I know Coach Moro and the rest of the PSLF Logistics, they're trying to figure out how can we steal a set here, because it starts there. Cha, it starts by stealing a set.
You know, even if the Pommy Casal Majori is ahead by 2 sets, you know, there's this unconscious feeling of a team that they tend to relax a bit. That when the opponent side, or if ever the F2 will see that advantage, they can just, you know, be more aggressive and take that 3rd set.
Yes.
And there could be a different story after that. So they need to be more aggressive in terms of passing, because I think we are more a bit shaky, that there's a lot of balls that's out of the system already. That's why we cannot execute more plays, especially in the middle. Because we've seen if it's in the middle, it's mostly a short point. However, in Pommy, even if it's out of the system, even if it's a misreceive, they can still turn that into a point. So I think there's a good match also in these 2 teams. And good height as well, because they are both using their advantages, especially in the blocking department.
I love how you dissected the first 2 sets or the match so far. And again, we're welcoming everyone to the FIVB Women's Club World Championship 2016 here in this part of Manila. We are in Pasay, the Mall of Asia Arena. Chicky Reyes here with Cha Cruz, and you're watching us live on Action TV and live streaming on sports5.ph. How crucial, if Pommy wins this, what happens to them, Cha? If Pommy Casal Majori wins this match, what happens to them?
If they're gonna get this game they are going to be sure, they're going to be advancing to the next round. They're going to be the number 2 of Pool A, and they are going up against the rank 2 of rank 1 of Pool B.
However, if Pomi Casal Maggiore ends up losing this match, then they run the risk of missing
Yes.
the next round.
Yes, that's right.
Now, for PSLF2 Logistics Manila, if they win this one, are they already in?
If they win this one, it's not going to be sure in because they need, the PSLF2 Logistics need to win the game tomorrow, which is the Ejaji Basi.
Ejaji Basi
It's really
Vitra.
hard to yes.
Ejaji Basi
The-
Vitra.
They need to get that game also in order to advance.
And that team, Ejaji Basi Vitra, hasn't lost a match yet.
Yes.
They are
They're currently number 1 in Pool A.
2-0.
2-0.
And whoever is number 1 in Pool A will go against number 2 of.
Pool B.
And number 1 in Pool B will go up against number 2 of
Pool A.
for the
That's
semifinals.
right.
Okay. Now we are going to have this competition until October 23. So make sure that you either watch on television or go here at the Mall of Asia Arena. Set number 3 has begun. Yellow shirts up by 1. They're fighting here, trying to steal a set. Quick one. Zone 5 was open. And that will be the second point of Pomi Casal Maggiore.
However, this is a good start for this third set. There's a one-on-one scoring point for each team. You know, we're not, if PSLF2 Logistics will will sustain this scoring, I think we can have a chance in this third set.
I like what you pointed out. In set number 1, I believe it was like 4-5-0 before, even 6-0 before we scored a point.
It was late for the PSL Logistics to adjust and to get their mid-game already in order to keep up with the game. So it's like a diesel for them. So
Diesel engine.
Diesel engine. So you started slow, but during the mid-game, you're able to catch up and fired up your game.
To your point again, in the second set, it was a 3-0 start by Pomi Casal Maggiore, and then Jaja Santiago scores the first point for PSLF Logistics Manila. Here in set 3, they're up by 1. Net defense. That's the name of the game. Oh, too much muscle behind the hit of Samantha. It's out. And this is the biggest lead for PSLF Logistics Manila.
Good start for PSL Logistics Manila. Good, this set, if they're going to sustain this energy and good coverage whenever they attack.
Let's see if they can continue doing this. The keyword is sustain. Off the deflection, Niemer touched it last. So credit one more point to Pomi Casal Maggiore. Earlier we showed on your screens the fan base of Pomi Casal Maggiore. 3-4. Fajardo fooling everyone.
Setter's bump right there. You know, that's one of her strengths. If the ball is a little bit over the net and Kim Fajardo is in front, you're always or mostly always gonna see that.
Setter's dump. Did I get it right?
Setter's dump, yes.
Setter's dump by Kim Fajardo.
You know what's more a little bit confusing for the opponent blockers is that we also have to commend the effort of Nika Reyes.
Oh yes, of course. 5-3, 2-point lead for PSLF Logistics. They have a chance to score again. Fajardo setting up Niemer. But great dig coming from the center up here of Pomi. Back to the yellow shirts. Stalzer will give PSLF Logistics a 3-point lead.
If you have Stevanovic and Samantha Fabris in front of you blocking you, there's no way but for you to just spike it off from their hands for you to get a point.
And the crowd here, they're dancing in the gallery. They're celebrating, but they cannot celebrate yet. Talking about the fans of PSLF Logistics. Yes, they're up by 3. Niemer. Peric with the back set. Here comes Fajardo trying to do that setter stop again. Great dig by Gonzaga, looking at the back, hoping that there was somebody there. But it was an empty spot.
But we are seeing more rallies in this third set. Means that the defense is working. Blockers are also working now.
6-4, 2-point lead for PSLF2 Logistics. Stalzer scoring again, giving another 3-point lead to the yellow shirts. Lindsay Stalzer is working hard in this game. Of course, the crowd favorite, Mika Reyes, about to serve. Game face is on. Heritage setting up the captain. Fajardo to Santiago, and you're right, it's that middle.
And I like how before Kim Fajardo said it to Jaja Santiago, he had to look before she had to throw the ball. You see that she had to glance a bit because she needs to know where Jaja is, and that's mostly going to be a short point.
And you've been mentioning that since set number 1, the pass. The pass is very crucial. And as long as Fajardo gets a good first ball, it's money for Judge Santiago.
Yes, that's right. If it's going to be in system, everything has to be in system. That's a sure point.
You gotta follow the system, and so far the system is good for PSLF2 Logistics Manila. But Pirozzi, the captain, will be serving here. She doesn't want to lose this match. They're up 2 sets to none. That's an ace. And if you're on the side of Pomi Casal Majori and you see your captain scoring an ace, it pacifies you.
It boosts everyone that hey, we need to step up. We need to level up our game in order for us to keep up.
And you know that because you're the captain of your team and they look up to you, and you cannot show that face that you are worried or afraid of the opponent.
There will always be times like that, that even if you're doing or not doing in this department or in that department, you always need to look and feel confident and positive for your teammates.
That was a look of confidence on Lindsay Stalzer earlier, giving PSLF Logistics its ninth point. Bossetti. That was out. No check ball. This is the biggest lead for PSLF Logistics Manila. 4 points already. And I'm looking at Coach Giovanni. He is not pleased. We have a timeout by Pomi Casal Majori.
Cominciamo a fare tutto quello che le pare, ok? Andiamo dentro, chiuse e composte. Per favore, perché altrimenti ci complichiamo la vita a noi,
So that's the one that he was saying.
Let's talk about families here at MOA Arena. This ultra fun family of the game is of course presented to you by PLDT Home Hotel Plan 699, ang pinakaabot kayang internet na pampamilya. Different families here, in spite of the bad weather, they're here to support the home team. And so far, the home team is up 10-6. Chicky Reyes here with Chuck Cruz. And you're watching us live on Extraordinary TV as Gonzaga gives PSLF Logistics its biggest lead of 5 points, 11-6.
Good combination play by Kim Fajardo. Look at that combination. It seems like Jaja Santiago is going to hit that, but it turns out it's Jovelyn Gonzaga who's hitting that, and not to mention she's a lefty, so it's kind of confusing also for the opponent blockers.
11-6 is the score. Net defense by Stalzer. The ball is still alive. Fajardo goes to Santiago. I think Jaja was a little bit overexcited there.
Yes. It went off the court, but the intention is there.
So remember, biggest lead for the yellow shirts, 5 points. Now Coach Giovanni calming his players down. they're still up in set count, 2-0. Fajardo saving that one. Gonzaga. Back to the pink shirts, the back set. Gonzaga setting this one up. Stalzer. Santiago will set. Stalzer again. Here comes Peric. To Bossetti. Fajardo going to Gonzaga. Gonzaga will fail to score on that one. Great net defense, I think, by Peric.
But I have to say that the libero of F2 Logistics, which is
Fukuda.
Fukuda, has been doing a great job in that last transition right there.
It all starts there. The first ball. Meantime, I think fatigue might be settling in here on Lindsay Stalzer. Because normally she'd hit that over the net.
That's right. And for the yellow side, you need to limit that enforced errors.
The lead of PSLF Logistics, it's down to 2. So 3 straight points coming from Pomi Casal Maggiore. Let's see if they can continue doing this. Service error coming from Giovanna Stefanovic. So PSL F2 Logistics looking good here in set number 3, chat.
You can see the fires in their eyes that they really want and they badly need the set.
Bossetti. Back to the yellow shirts. Fajardo will go to Niemer. Back set by Peric. Fukuda was there. Back set. Dak is missing that one. Meantime, Fukuda going to Niemer. Rally continues. Peric with the back set. Nope. The captain. And Santiago still failing to score. This ball is still alive. Niemer down the line. It's good.
Finding that goal in zone 1.
Wow. I love the rally shot.
I think that's one of the longest rallies here. And Niemer finding that spot, going to zone 1 is an excellent job.
You mentioned this to me. It depends on where you point your shoulder. That's where the ball will go.
Yes, but that's also a tricky shot also for an outside spiker because you can, wherever, usually the receivers are going to wait where your body is facing. But then you, as a spiker, you have a chance to tilt it right in the middle or right on the air.
And then use some wrist action.
Yes, that's why it's that's the time it's going to be very deceptive.
Dakis, the captain. Meantime, Fukuda is doing a good job defending that floor. Santiago scores again. And our guests here from Italy, they are being challenged here.
Yes. And that spike of Jaja is almost always unstoppable, especially during that transition. The blockers of the Pomi are waiting in the outside, waiting for Niemer, but they don't know it's Jaja Santiago in front and can get a point.
Jaja Santiago on deck to serve. It's 14 serving 10. Good serve. Regalo, gift, taken by Rachel and Dakis.
Locals, you can see that local players of PSLF Logistics are performing and contributing really well.
Dakis taking advantage of that gift. Lauren Jipmayer trying to save that one, but she was a second late.
You know, I think I also have to mention this that you mentioned earlier, the fatigue. Remember, well, Pomi Casal Maggiore played just yesterday. Last game, 7:30 p.m. and they played for about 2 hours long. And that took them for about 5 sets in winning that game. So we can also say that fatigue is coming up
you know what? To what you mentioned, that final set, it was an extended set. It went 18-16. And that's tiring. To play for 2
Especially
hours.
in this kind of, or this level of play, you cannot just relax. Imagine the adrenaline for 2 straight hours is going to be there. After that, it's really going to be exhausting.
And you mentioned that keyword, adrenaline. PSL F2 Logistics, they have that now. Adrenaline is pumping. They're up by 5. Smart play by Tirotsi, the captain. Not going for the power, but going for the space. Lead of PSL F2 Logistics down to 4. 12 serving 16. Lauren with the serve. Fajardo again. The setters down.
Setters down by Dick Fajardo.
And she is so deceiving. I was looking at the players of Fomi Casal Maggiore. They didn't know where that came from. Boom.
And the blockers are also anticipating for Mika Reyes because she's running for a short slide. That's why they might think that, is it going to be for Mika or is it going for the setter? And another thing, I think that also the advantage if your setter jump sets.
Yes. Now, the captain here, Valentina Tirotsi, she's not going to take this sitting down.
She doesn't want to let go.
She said this has got to stop. Lead is down to 4. Back to the pink shirts. Peric. Too much muscle behind the hit of number 6. That's Carmen Turlea. And that point will go to PSL F2 Logistics. They have another 5-point lead, 18-13. It's looking good for the home team.
Especially when you're hearing the crowd supporting you this third set.
Chows at the net there. And this one.
It's almost a good save by Stalzer.
However, she ran out of space and that point will go to Fomi Casal Maggiore. 14 serving 18. This is not a safe lead. Especially if you're going up against Fomi Casal Maggiore. Lots of Olympians here. The gift taken
And
by
if
Giovanna.
you have Stevanovic, 6'2" player in front, waiting for that ball, it's just gonna tap it down in your court.
18-15 PSL F2 Logistics. They call this timeout.
Prepare before for receive back. Okay.
Let's go!
Basing from the facial expressions of Fomi Casal Maggiore, they are wondering what's happening right now because they are trailing by 3 points. And look at the faces of PSL F2 Logistics Manila. Chacha Santiago fanning herself saying, hey, we're up by 3.
They are everyone's enjoying the game, whereas I agree with what you said. The faces of Fomi Casal Maggiore right now is, you know, there's pressure that we need to get this set.
And then they're probably wondering what's happening. We got the first 2 sets easily. And when I say easily, folks, they got set 125-19. They got set 2.
25-15.
And right now they're trailing by 2. Not anymore. They're trailing by 1. So they've picked up the pace here. And the lead of PSL F2 Logistics is down to 1. Valentina Tirotsi on deck to serve at 17, serving 18. Good serve by the captain, Fajardo. Goes to Santiago. Fajardo again, back to Santiago. That ball is still alive. Great dig coming from Gonzaga. Soft touch from Niemer. The captain goes to the back. Santiago again.
You know, that center attack has been very efficient for PSL F2 Logistics, especially during transition. You can see the Fajardo-Santiago connection, and the blocker for Stevanovic of Pomi was a bit late. That's why Jaja Santiago was able to tap it down.
And Turlea got hit on the face as well, but not as hard as how Sirezzi got hit earlier. So the lead of PSL F2 Logistics down to 1. 19-18 is our score.
From the yellow side, we need to limit those unforced errors so that we can have this set.
And so far, what was once a 5-point lead is now down to 1. Gonzaga. Fajardo will go to Stalzer. Back to Stalzer. To Jaja. And again, Santiago with the point. I like the variety of Kim Fajardo. Stalzer, then Jaja.
That combination, that variation where she's going to distribute the ball is almost very tricky for the blockers of the Pomi.
2018, Lindsay serving for the yellow shirts. They're up by 2. The back set. That's a check ball. That's right. So that point will go to Pomi Casal Majore. And credit goes to Lauren Jibmayer. It's now 19 serving 20. But there's a challenge here for that check ball. Coach Moro wants.
We can see that the fingers move.
Did it
so,
move?
Yes, I think it moved, so that's why the point still goes to Pomi.
So that the left index or pointer finger.
That could also be a strategy to kill the momentum of the Pomi. Even though that they know it was checked or out of bounds, they had to call that challenge.
Here we go. Chance for them to tie. Talking about the pink shirts, and they do that. Smart play coming from Pomi Casal Majore, and credit goes to number 6. That's Carmen Turlea.
Seeing that spot right behind the blockers.
We are tied at 20 here in set number 3, and we have a timeout by PSL F2 Logistics Manila.
Okay, this number 6. Hello, number 6. You coming for this, for number 6?
6?
Yeah, number 6, please.
Okay.
You coming. These players no spike, not spike strong. Easy, prepare for defense. Maybe push ball for this, maybe tip, and maybe this position 1. Okay?
Coach Moro, Branislav Cha still calm and collected. The home team crowd here, very anxious. Of course, the boys of PSL, the men of PSL, they are happy because our players are getting this exposure in this international competition.
We're putting a good fight, and to be exposed in this level of competition with this score is almost an achievement for us already.
Jaja missing that one, and I saw Lauren Jibmayer waving that pointer finger as if to say, no, 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 that hit will not go in. They have taken the lead, 21-20. Niemer tries to get it back. And there's a whistle, net infraction. Bossetti admitting to it, and we are tied at 21.
You know, as a blocker, and then you see that the ball is exchanging right across the court, or right across the volleyball, the net, you're gonna be more aggressive, and that aggressiveness can lead you to having a net violation sometimes.
Tied at 21 here in set 3. Peric with the back set. Great net defense. But it sails out. And the lead goes back to Pomi Casal Majore. 22-21. It's number 9 serving, that's Lucia Bossetti. Fajardo with a back set. Peric goes to the captain. And they have a 2-point lead, 23-21. What a time to score for Valentina Tirozzi.
You know, it's always amazing seeing Tirozzi getting a lot of backs or points, giving to her team. And she's a lefty. Again, I'm going to say this again. They, as an outside spiker, it's very unusual for a lefty. And for her to be seen very comfortable in every kind of set is a very good job for her.
Here we go. The captain again. Off the deflection. 2 straight points coming from Valentina Tirozzi. Match point here for Pomi Casal Maggiore. However, there is a challenge here by Coach Moro Branislav on the block touch. Again, I love the music inside MOA Arena.
Gives us more excitement. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna get the point?
Earlier you saw first referee Patricia Rolf. This time around, Coach Moro still calm and collected in spite of this setback that he's seeing right now. And we're trying to figure out if the challenge goes the way of PSLF Logistics or if it will remain 24-21 in favor of Pomi Casal Maggiore. The score will remain at 24-21. This is match point. Bossetti with a serve. Oh, easy. Way back there, but another chance here. Quick one. And too easy for Peric, setting up Lauren Jepmayer. It's done. 25-21 is the score.
Having that transition for the center and middle or center attack is very efficient for both teams, and as we can see, it has been a very efficient for that last point.
Straight sets victory by Pomi Casal Maggiore, 25-19 in the first set, 25-15 in the second set, 25-21 in the third set. They had a bit of a scare in the third set because PSLF Logistics Manila led by as much as 5 points. But in the latter part of the third set, Pomi Casal Maggiore winning it 25-21. They have improved their record to 2 wins to 1 loss, and though it is not yet official, by our count, Pomi will advance to the next round via this straight sets victory. 27 minutes in the first set, 24 minutes here in the second set. 27 minutes again in the third set. Lots of heroes for the ladies of Coach Giovanni Caprara, who have shown that in spite of playing in a foreign country against the home team crowd, they still got it in straight sets. And one of the crowd favorites will be interviewed right now, talking about Clara Peric.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm here with Peric Clara of Pomi Casal Maggiore. So, Peric, can you tell us what happened in the third set? How are you able to go back and get that last set?
I don't know. I'm really thankful for my whole teammate. We done a really good job through all the game. It was just a lack of concentration, and we came back.
And speaking of playing here, I want to ask...
The audience is amazing, all team, all tournament. I'm really happy to be here. Yeah, thanks.
All right, there you have it. Peric Clara of Pomi Casal Maggiore.
The setter of Pomi Casal Maggiore, of course, one of the crowd favorites here in our one-week international tournament. She did an awesome job setting up her team, Pomi Casal Maggiore, they've gotten their second win against one loss, and they have advanced to the second round with a 2-1 record. But they had a bit of a scare, Cha, because PSL F2 Logistics Manila, they will not fold up that easily.
Yes. Looking at the statistics, especially looking at the attacks, it's not too far. Looking at the errors, they're both have this almost the same kind of errors. So I think it falls down to having that mental or mindset, who's gonna get this game. And we see that Pomi Casal Maggiore is more experienced in this level of volleyball.
And Pomi Casal Maggiore in Pool A, they are currently at second place. You mentioned that already because of that loss. But let's look at the match statistics first. All three sets, these are the numbers from sets 1 to set 3.
Pomi is looking at the attacks. They have 4 more attacks than the PSL F2 Logistics. But looking at the blocks, seeing the Pomi Casal Maggiore really dominated in that department, having 8 more blocks, as in 8 more points of blocking in that. That's what there's a big difference. The blockings are more synchronized. That's what they need. I would say that they are more aggressive on the net. That's why they had to get this set.
Highlights of our game, folks. We saw this Cha. In the first set, it was a good start for the ladies in pink. They stormed to a 4-5-0 lead before PSL F2 Logistics Manila got their bearings back. Although they put up a good fight in set 1, they still lost that 19-25. However, in set number 2, it was just too much firepower from Peric and the rest of the ladies in pink.
That's right. Even though the PSL F2 Logistics has a slow start in every set, but in terms of third set, we saw that the PSL had to lead entirely, mostly entirely the third set.
Quick look at Pool A, Cha, after this match, and Pomi Casal Maggiore. They have a 2-1 record, and they are currently at number 2.
Yes.
And of course, PSL F2 Logistics still at number 4.
Number 4. But even though we're at the bottom in this pool, we're still gonna have some classification matches on the following days for the classification or for ranks.
Woo! Nice working with you, Ms. Cha Cruz. Of course, this is how we end this busy day 3 of our international competition. Thank you for watching the FIVB Women's Club World Championship 2016. On behalf of my partner, Cha Cruz, Chicky Reyes here saying thank you very much, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Good night. Good evening.